On today's video, I am going to teach you how to navigate indulgent foods. We're going to set a few scenes of really common situations with food that you will face numerous times throughout the week, across the month, and I am going to share an industry-leading, life-changing technique that our clients absolutely love. Now, before we get into that, at Apollo Nutrition, we spend so much time supporting our clients with their food behaviours and their relationship with food, because the best meal plan, a calorie target, a protein target, alongside the best meal plan in the world, is never going to save you in the moment when you have got delicious food out in front of you and you have to decide if you are eating it or if you are saying no. That is what we do with our clients day in, day out. And we have a free tool. It's an online quiz that you can take to understand your eating habits more, so that we can send you some personalised feedback back over, so that you can learn all about this stuff and the best ways to be supporting yourself with your nutrition and with long-term change for your eating habits. I'm going to share the link in the description for the online quiz, and you can go and fill it in as soon as you've watched this video. Okay, so back to the topic. Picture this. You are working in an office and it gets to 3 p.m. Somebody on their lunch break has gone on a walk to Tesco's and they have come back with some fruit loaf, a Victoria sponge, and some rich tea biscuits. Now, these three things, none of them are really snacks that set your soul on fire. None of them are foods that you really love. They're all a bit bang average. Apologies if you do love any of those things. I'm just using some snack examples that I would find a little bit shit, right? Each to their own. But the stuff they've got is not anything that really excites you or sets your soul on fire. It's not your favourite biscuit, it's not your favourite cake, but it's there, it's out, they are open, and before you know it, you find yourself picking up just a little bit of fruitcake, and then before you know it, you've cut a slice of the dry supermarket Victoria sponge, and you've also taken a rich tea biscuit, which you didn't even really want, but you are just used to picking at these foods when they are out in front of you. Or say you go to a friend's house and they've got some snacks out on the side, they are catering, maybe it's a barbecue or just a little get together, and they've got a bowl with some crisps, a bowl with some nuts, a bowl with some sweets. Again, these aren't foods that you absolutely love. It's not your favourite sweets that are in the bowl. It's not a flavour of crisps you would pick. It's bang average ready salted. And your favourite flavour of crisps is prawn cocktail. This is me, I'm talking to here. And it's ready salted crisps in the bowl. But you still find yourself dipping your hand in and eating way more than what you would actually want to be eating if you were making conscious and intentional food choices. You're eating them for the sake of it. You don't even really know why you are. It's just the norm that if there's food out there in front of you, whatever the setting is, you just end up picking it without really thinking about the choices that you are making. Now, with our food environment the way it is, and how these two situations I've described, being in an office and there being food everywhere, so common in an office, like it's always somebody's birthday, somebody's leaving, you've hit a target, somebody's upset about something, you just fancy mid-afternoon snacks, somebody's done some baking. There is always a reason for us to be surrounded by food, and because of how our food environment is adapted, we find ourselves in these situations so much more than we ever have. So you need practical, in the moment tools and techniques that are going to teach you how to navigate these situations. So, a tool that absolutely blows our clients' minds, and it's one that I use myself, is a self-questioning technique where you say to yourself, would I walk to the shop and choose that snack? And if you wouldn't, you don't eat it. Now, this isn't coming from a place of restriction. This isn't me saying you shouldn't eat any of these sorts of foods, but it is me saying that even if you just want to maintain your current body weight, we need to be making choices in line with nourishing our bodies and ensuring that when we do have indulgent foods, it's foods that we genuinely love, that we're going to enjoy guilt-free, that we're going to savour, that we're not just eating these foods because they are there in front of us. And asking yourself the question, if I was to walk into a supermarket myself right now, would I go down the biscuit aisle and pick out this packet of rich tea biscuits? Would I go to the cake section and pick out this fruit loaf and this dry ass Victoria sponge. I've got something against Victoria sponge. I just think they are so overrated. If a cake doesn't have chocolate in it, I don't want to know. Again, that might be a me thing. But would you walk into the supermarket and choose those things? The same situation at your friend's house. If you were to go to a shop and you're on the crisp aisle, would you pick out a bag of ready salted crisps? Or would you choose your favourite? Would you go for the prawn cocktail or whatever flavour it is that's your favourite? Or would you get those ready salted ones? And if you wouldn't walk to the shop and choose it, that is when you can come back to the present moment and then make a choice. The power is back in your hands. And of course, this takes practice. It is never going to look perfect. There'll still be times now where I eat a bang average snack or I just pick at something because it's there, but that is rare. Remember, with these tools and techniques, it's not about perfection. It's not about getting it right every time, but it's making the right choices for you, your health and your goals more of the time than you are making them right now. It's still very hard in that moment to say no to these sorts of foods, but actually, if you are giving yourself the chance to take a step back and make a more conscious choice, you are so much more likely to make decisions in line with your goals and in line with your health. Studies actually show us that these sorts of foods are designed for us to overeat them, and even people who class themselves as having the most discipline and the most restraint, not that food is about discipline, but even like bodybuilding athletes, registered dietitians who specialise in this area, if these foods were set out in front of them, they would also find it very, very difficult to not keep picking at them and going back for more. So this isn't a weakness, it isn't a willpower thing. It's how these foods are created and how it's very, very difficult when they're in front of us. But if you are focusing on allowing yourself to enjoy your absolute favourites of these foods, so obviously if you went to your friend's house and in the bowl, it was your favourite prawn cocktail crisps, absolutely, allow yourself to enjoy some of them. But if not, then do you really want to be eating something just for the sake of it, just because it's there? In the office, if Victoria sponge is your absolute favourite, unlike me, again, knock yourself out, have a slice, allow yourself to enjoy it. We are not about restriction or food rules at Apollo Nutrition, but we are about, in the moment, practical, realistic tools, techniques and self-questioning that is going to allow you to make the best choices for you. That's going to put the power back in your hands and mean that you are nourishing your body. Yes, you are allowing yourself to have fun foods, but you are also eating in a way that supports your health. Hopefully this has been helpful. Make sure you go to the description and fill in our free online quiz, how to understand your eating habits, because you will get personalised feedback from us of exactly what you need to focus on. And I will see you back here for the next video.